everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to talk a little quieter because I just filmed this intro a million times and I'm in a different spot than I normally film in, and I think this area is a little more echoey. And when I hit play on my computer, I was like blown back by how loud I was. So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a thrifting for home decor video, which is my absolute favorite video to watch on YouTube. And I realized I hadn't done one in a while, and usually I put them out pretty regularly because they're my favorite, but this is a good one. And I know in my last thrifting video, I said that that was my favorite thrift haul to date. I actually think this one might be a little better. I got a lot of good items. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys with me as we go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, all of those places, and then we'll come back here and I'll do a haul of all of the thrifted items that I got, and then I'll show you guys how I styled everything. So it should be a really good one. I hope you guys enjoy. Now, before we get into it, really quick, I did want to take a second to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is a product I use every single day. Every single day. I have used it for the past maybe 7-8 months. I love it. I've talked about them on my channel before, and that is the brand Lumi. Okay, sorry if the angle changed a little bit. I just went and grabbed my Lumi deodorant out of my purse, but like I said, I use this every single day. And a little bit of a backstory, I'll try to make it quick. I have been using aluminum-free deodorant for years and years. I honestly feel like I've probably tried every aluminum-free deodorant on the market at this point, and to be honest, they never really work. And I feel like if you're someone who also uses aluminum-free deodorant, you probably agree with that statement. So because my deodorant was never working, I was constantly reapplying. I go to the gym like 5 to 6 days a week, and I would take it to the gym with me. I would put it in my little cubby. In between sets, I would run and like reapply deodorant because I could tell it was wearing off, or I could tell I was starting to smell. I was even sometimes putting deodorant on the outside of my shirt so that it was like a second barrier. They just never really worked that well. And because I was reapplying deodorant so often, I think I caused myself to develop a little bit of like an allergy or an irritation. So I'll put some pictures right here on the screen. My underarms looked like this for months until I could figure out what the issue was, and I finally figured out that I have a sensitivity to baking soda in deodorant. So that is how I finally came across Lumi. So Lumi is baking soda free, skin safe, cruelty free, pH optimized to use anywhere on your body, and paraben free. And the best part, it actually works. It works so well. I am constantly on the go. I have kids, it's hot out. Clearly, I am a little bit of a sweater. I go to the gym. I never have to worry about BO or reapplying anymore. So to give you guys a little bit more info on Lumi, Lumi is a whole body deodorant. So you can use it anywhere on your body. You can use it on your pits, your privates, your boobs, your belly button, your thighs, your feet, wherever. And Lumi was actually invented by OBGYN Shannon Klingman. And Lumi is clinically proven to block body odor all day and continue controlling BO for 72 hours. And they have multiple different products. So my favorite product, or not my favorite, but the one that's like my go-to, is their Smooth Solid in the scent Vanilla Bliss. This scent, I love this scent. If you are a vanilla girl, you love those warm scents, this is my favorite. But another thing that I really like is their invisible cream. This one is great if you're applying it somewhere other than your pits, in my opinion, because it comes out like a cream. All you do then is you rub it in and it disappears. So it won't stain your clothes or anything like that. Now, another product I love are these acidified deodorant wipes. These things are amazing. What I use them for, I keep them in my purse, and then after my workout, I can just grab a wipe and then wipe away any areas that are extra sweaty, and then I'm good to go. So all that to say, I really recommend Lumi. I love it. I use it every single day. It's truly been a game changer for me, and I do not say that lightly because I had to go through a lot until I finally found Lumi, and it just works so well for me. So if you guys are wanting to try it out, I do think the best option for new customers is to try out their starter pack bundle. Now, it's a really great deal, so I don't want to mess it up. Let me tell you what's in it. Okay, so the Lumi starter pack bundle. So it comes with a full-size stick deodorant, a cream deodorant tube or spray deodorant, and then 2 free products like wipes or the mini body wash. You also get free US shipping, and then just for my followers, Lumi is actually offering an extra $5 off when you click the link down below in my description and then use the code Midgley, which is MIDGLEY, and that deal will actually make it so it's over 40% off. So once again, I will have the link down below in my description. Click that link down below, make sure you use my code Midgley, and thank you so much to Lumi for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so now it was time to go thrifting, and today I was starting out in the lamp area, and I actually really liked these lamp bases. They had the yellow and the blue. However, I just didn't think their exact style would fit my house, but you could always paint it. A lot of people will mix like paint and baking soda and make a really cool like textured vase look to it. However, I did end up leaving those behind. Then when I saw this lamp base, I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. I didn't really love the red bottom, but I was thinking I could stain it or paint it. However, I always bring lead testing kits with me when I go thrifting, and I did test it when it was in the cart, and that thing came back blaring red for lead. So she did have to stay at the thrift store. So when I saw these at Goodwill, I didn't love them. I mean, obviously I took a video, so I thought they were a little pretty, but I didn't really see the vision. However, the next day I went to an antique mall, and look at these. I feel like these are the exact same thing that somebody just shined up and made it look a little bit better and added flowers, and they were selling it for, I think it was $25 a piece. And I was like, darn it, I should have got those ones from Goodwill because I think these ones are so pretty. They're beautiful, but no, I didn't get them, unfortunately. Now, I wanted to share this because I thought it was funny. So you can see the Magnolia book. There's two of them right there. Every time I do a thrifting video, I feel like I thrift this Magnolia book. I see it everywhere. A lot of people must be donating it. It is like the perfect powder blue color, so I do love it. I have a couple in my house, but it's just funny because I see it every time I go thrifting. Guys, this was a used plunger at the Salvation Army. It was so dirty. I don't know why they had that out there, but you never know when you go thrifting, huh? These side tables, I thought these were so cool. They're the ones that you can kind of slide them underneath each other. However, I got excited when I saw them, and then I believe when I walked over it was some crazy price, like $55 or something, where I was like, oh, never mind. And so those did not come home with me. This jewelry box was actually a pretty decent size, and it's not my favorite wood tone color, but I feel like you could so easily paint it like pink or white and use it for a little girl's room. I'm not 100% sure what these are used for. I believe it is meant for soup. However, anytime I see these out and about, I feel like they would be so beautiful filled with flowers and used as a centerpiece for a dining room table or a coffee table. And then, okay, I have regrets about these pictures. I left them behind because I don't really have they don't fit any of my kids' themes in their room or whatever, but are these not so cool? Everything about them, the frame, the matting, the pictures, these are perfect. I feel like if you were doing like a nursery, it would be perfect in there. So I am a little sad I left them behind, but I really didn't have a place for them. Now, if you're not already looking for books at Goodwill and thrift stores, you should be, because there's always so many great options. I love getting our coffee table books here, as well as books for styling and bookshelves. You can look under the sleeves and see what colors they are, but also books for my kids. So many of my kids' books are from different thrift stores. We have found so many new, like brand new condition, Captain Underpants, Cat Kid, Dog Man, all of those books at Goodwills, and it's just so much cheaper. Some people will literally just donate their whole book collection and they'll be in perfect condition. So always check your thrift stores for books. So there are a couple items which I didn't love in person, and now watching back the footage, I'm like, darn it, I do really like that. And one of them is this picture. I think it is so pretty. I think had the frame have been a different color, I would have been more drawn to it, but I really like the print. And I'm wishing I would have got that now. Same thing with this vase. I don't know why I didn't get it, because looking back, I'm like, gosh, that's so pretty. And it's kind of the color of the vases I showed before with the tulips. So I feel like it would look really pretty with white tulips in it. So now I'm wishing I would have got it, but I did not. Okay, so it is time for the haul. I'm really excited about everything. And like I said, I'm also gonna show you how I styled it. So I think I'm gonna start with the biggest item, and also an item that I sort of DIY'd, and I'm really proud of how it came out. It is this basket. So it looks like this, and I thought this was such a good find because there's obviously tons of baskets at Goodwill, but they're usually all like the regular shape basket. This is, I'm assuming this is At least the shape to me looks like one of those ones that are meant to put like firewood in or something like that in front of a fireplace. So when I found this, I loved the shape. I didn't really love the color, but this was during the time when I was working on my living room makeover video, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below because it's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. And in that time, I was restaining the coffee table for that room and it just wasn't turning out. I restained that thing or paint washed it like 20 times, it feels like. So there was a lot of paint washing going on at my house. And one of the days I was paint washing the coffee table, I was like, where's that basket? So I brought the basket over, and first what I did is I gave it a really good scrub. So I took it outside in the sun, dish soap, scrubbed it down. Maybe I can't remember if I used a magic eraser or if I used a sponge, but I just wanted to make sure to get any grime or stuff off of it. And then what I did is I made a little paint and water mixture. So I did half paint, half water, but you can totally play around with it. If it feels a little thick, you just add a little more water. And I'm gonna recommend, if you do this, to use like a beige or tan paint. You can just use one of those little 98-cent paints from Walmart and mix it with some water and then paint it on and let it dry in the sun. Didn't do any top coat. I feel like you could do a poly, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. It pretty much just muted the color a little bit. It was very yellow and orange, where now I feel like it just fits in a little bit better, but it doesn't look too fake. You can still see like all the imperfections. It still looks natural. So I'm really, really proud of how this turned out. Now, the next item I got I thought was so fun for summer. I'm not sure of what it was intended for. I took a picture and tried to reverse Google image search it, which, by the way, if you're someone that thrifts a lot and you see something out and you're not sure what it is, what it's meant for, what time period it's from, take a picture on your phone with your camera and then go to the Google app and hit the little image button next to it, and it'll let you upload your image, and that's called reverse Google image searching, and it will search for any images online that look similar, and then you can find usually the item that you see out and about. I couldn't find this one, but I think it's so fun. So it looks like this. I'm guessing it's like a crock. You could put like wooden spoons in there or, you know, stuff like that. It has a blue lobster on it. I feel like this is perfect for this summer. This style is very in trend right now. I noticed with like clothing, a lot of girls having like lobsters and sardines and like very like Hamptons or Nantucket vibes. So I just thought this was so fun. Now, I don't think I'm gonna use it as a crock. I actually think it would be fun to have like really pretty bright yellow or bright pink like tulips in it and use it as a vase. So I got this, and this was actually $3.99 at Goodwill. Okay, so the next thing I found was this swan, and it was $1.99, and I did reverse image search this one, and it's meant to be a planter, which I think would be really pretty. So I was thinking I could either put a little bit of my pothos plant in there and have it flow out, or you could use it in the bathroom to hold like dish towels. It's pretty big. I feel like you could do like 3 rolled up dish towels on the counter. I don't know, I'm playing around with this one. You could use it for whatever. You could put your makeup brushes in there if you wanted to. So tons of different uses. So I got that. Now, the next thing that I got, I just thought this was beautiful. I thought it would be really pretty in a bookshelf or mantle, and it is just this bowl. You could also use it to like collect keys by the front door, put your jewelry in. I mean, obviously you could eat out of it, it's a bowl, but I only have one. So it looks like this on the outside, and then the inside is a little bit of a lighter coloring. I just thought this was really pretty. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I think it's in the footage, so I'll put it across the screen. But I got this. Okay, so the next ones I have are books, and a couple of them are missing the sleeves already. I took them off and I don't know where they went. I intended on saving them, but oh well. But I always recommend, if you need coffee table books, do not go to HomeGoods and spend $39.99 on a book. All of these books were less than $2, and they are great coffee table books. You just kind of have to search for them. So the first one is this blue one, and it says Spectacular Paris. And I just love the shape of it, the color. It has a bunch of images of around Paris in it. And I just thought that was such a great deal. That's what it looks like. Now the next two are my favorite. So I was actually at an antique mall, and there was a section of books, and the guy had a sign and it said all golf books are 75% off, which I'm glad it said, because originally these books were $5 a piece and I would not have paid that, but because they were 75% off, they were $1.25 a piece. So this might be my favorite book that I've ever thrifted. I don't know why, I just like the look of it. It is this really pretty, it almost is like a peacock green. I don't know how I would describe this, but it's gorgeous, and it has this nice like gold thing that says Golf Courses of the High Sierra, and I love the size of it. It is much bigger than other books that I've thrifted, and inside is just a bunch of pictures of different golf courses. So I really like this, and once again, I got this for $1.25. I want to see if I can see how much it originally sold for. I'm not sure. And then the next one was also in that little golf bundle. This one was also $1.25. And this one I just chose because I really liked the color of it and the side. I thought I could use it on a coffee table, a bookcase, whatever. Now, this last one I actually found recently, and I wish that the sleeve was in better condition, because usually with these books, when I'm out looking, I always take the sleeve off and see what color's underneath. This one is pretty, it's a yellow, but I really liked the image on the front, so I do wish it was in a little bit better of condition, because as you can see, you know, it's been well loved in the past and everything's kind of coming off, but it is called Relaxing on the Porch. There are so many beautiful images in this book. It's just so pretty. It's originally $29.95 in the US, $50 in Canada, and I got it for $1.99. And there's just so many images in here that are gorgeous that I feel like I wish I could just jump into the image and hang out there for a little bit. So I thought this was such a great find. You could even leave this open on the coffee table, because like I said, there's so many just beautiful images. So yeah, those are the books that I got. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I promise to start doing more thrifting videos, because these are just my favorite. I love doing them. If you enjoyed, I would love for you to leave a comment down below. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to. It is completely free. All it does is make it so that my videos show up in your subscription box on YouTube. And then if you want to actually be notified whenever I post a new video, you have to press the little bell button down there next to the subscribe button, and that will actually notify you when I post a new video. But yeah, I would love for you to subscribe. I do videos about thrifting, cleaning, decluttering, decorating, all of that stuff. Make sure you guys check out Lumi, linked down below. And thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!